Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And Hasbro's just going to keep on Hasbroing, aren't they? We're going to talk about Power Rangers Cosmic Fury showrunner Simon Bennett saying that he's not a fan of either Power Rangers or Super Sentai.
Right, because, that always goes so well.
That always goes well. This is yet another example of Hasbro stepping on that rake again and again. Now, Hasbro owns Power Rangers now. They bought it for like a cajillion dollars off of Saban, and they've decided, as I understand it, they're no longer going to use Super Sentai footage as the basis for Power Rangers going forward. They're basically going to reset the entire universe, and I guess the new version of it's going to be a lot more serious and more YA themed.
Oh, yay.
And I'm sure more diverse, inclusive, and all that jazz, even though Power Rangers literally has been since day one, but you can never have too much, especially when Hasbro's involved. So we're going to talk about this nonsense. This is, why the hell would you put somebody in charge of a franchise that clearly doesn't like the franchise?
But they keep doing it.
They keep doing it again and again. All these companies, they do it. They're like, yeah, I really thought, Star Wars was just a stupid something about space wizards, but
I was thinking She-Ra, but okay.
Or She-Ra, yeah. Well, we'll get to that too. We're going to talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture, news, views, and rants, guys. If you do, you'll get a woohoo.
Woohoo.
So the showrunner, according to Bounding in the Comics, is Simon Bennett, and he's not a fan of either Power Rangers or Super Sentai.
Because, of course, why would he be?
So we have to back this up a little bit. Now, these are the costumes for the new Power Ranger show, the very westernized version. So yeah, just to put this out there, as I understand it, these are the westernized costumes for this version of Power Rangers Cosmic Fury, and this is what we could have had.
Yeah, see, when I see the other costumes, all I keep thinking of is Hasbro, and it's way cheaper to paint those and to make those toys. Those would be much cheaper to make than the other ones.
There's nothing to them. There's like nothing to them.
It's all green, slap a belt on it, and then paint some gold. There, boom, done.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. I mean, these are way cooler. But yeah, we're going to read his comments. His comments are stupid. I guess it came up again because he was making comments about it last month, too, that he wasn't a big fan of Super Sentai. And it came up on this podcast. They were interviewing the second Pink Ranger, Catherine Sutherland. And she basically said that she felt, they were talking about these comments, and she felt it was kind of limiting that they had to base everything on Super Sentai, with costumes and stuff like that.
But that's what people liked.
That's what made the show popular, right? And so she could kind of understand. She's excited to see what they're going to do with it. She says limiting to only have the footage that you can use and trying to tailor a story around that, which is what they've been doing. I'm excited to see the costumes and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, a lot of Power Rangers fans are not real.
It's really not that hard, though. I mean, like, here's the footage of us fighting this big monster. Make a story. I mean, it's not that difficult, really.
No. So anyway, let's go down here. This is people are like, what do you think about Super Sentai, dude? Like, what's the deal? And he's like, oh, I hold it in high regard. And I guess his username, Simon Bennett, is Pukina1.
I'm gonna call him Pookie.
Pukina1.
Pookie.
Be honest, Pukina. Pookie. Do you like Super Sentai? If it wasn't for Power Rangers, he said, I never would have crossed paths with Super Sentai. I'm not a fan of either show, but have thoroughly enjoyed the encounter and working on Power Rangers.
Okay, Hollywood, Hasbro. Just little tip for you. I won't even charge you. You might want to hire people that actually like the IP. You keep hiring people who don't. And then they change everything about it. And then you're like, I just don't know what went wrong. It's just I can't wrap my head around it. Like, why would you actively find people who say, yeah, I don't like them? And then go to social media and talk about all the stuff they don't like about it. Why would you do that?
God. So this is what he said last month. This guy needs to just stop talking. He needs to stop talking.
They all do.
Call me radical, but I suspect that those adult Power Rangers fans who are also diehard Super Sentai fans may be vociferous when it comes to PR deviating from its traditional source material, but are also a minuscule percentage of the viewership of the show, which is made for children. There it
Here we go
is.
again.
There
it's
it is.
not for you. It's for the children. Someone think of the children. They keep doing this. Thing is, people that are going to watch the show, they're going to be excited about the show, are probably adults who grew up with the show and are going to watch it with their kids.
Yeah. Yeah. A couple people pointing out that during the Disney era, they did tackle more adult themes and, he's like, well, Super Sentai and Kamen Rider are fantastically imaginative and brilliantly successful. I love them and the Studio Ghibli films.
They're probably more successful than you're going to be.
However, some aspects of these properties are very specifically Japanese in their sensibilities and will therefore be of niche appeal in the U.S.
Right, because everything that's ever here is Japanese, like anime and manga, just do so terrible. And Power Rangers leading up till now was just a tiny audience. Hardly anybody ever heard of them. Because they were just so niche.
It was so niche. It was just
or niche, depending on who you ask. Yes, but I'm just like, my God.
One of the biggest things in the 90s. Like,
I can't.
Completely it dominated
Pookie,
everything.
Come on.
Come on, Pookie. Come on. To attract a sizable mainstream audience in the U.S., a process of cultural translation is required to Americanize the shows. This is what Power Rangers have been doing for 30 years.
They just Americanized it to make it like some teenagers that, speak English.
It was the perfect storm. And look, when Power Rangers came out, it was early 1990s. We weren't as cultured as we are now. But
well, that was when anime was starting to come over here like a lot too. I mean, that was actually anime. We already had anime before. We just didn't realize it was anime.
Well, they took the approach with Power Rangers that they had with other anime series, where they went like way overboard and westernizing it or whatever, and they changed the entire plot. And Okay, but in this case, they kind of had to change a couple things they brought over, but it was a perfect storm of like everything kids liked. They're like, okay, dinosaurs. Oh my God, dinosaur robots. Dinosaur robots fighting giant monsters and also ninjas.
Right, because Ninja Turtles.
And also kind of a rock soundtrack, and we're going to hang out at the smoothie shop like they do in Saved by the Bell.
Well, they don't hang out in the smoothie shop, Saved by the Bell. But yeah, same
or
kind
whatever.
of idea.
You know what I'm saying? They got like a little bit of that in
I
there,
never
too.
really did the Power Rangers thing because I remember seeing it on TV, but I was the age of the teenagers when it was on, and I really wasn't watching it. Now, when Squid King was little, he loved SPD, and he loved Mystic Force, and he would watch the old shows, like you got them for him on DVD or something, and he'd watch those. But he liked that, and then that led into him liking Ultraman, which he actually liked more than he did Power Rangers.
Yeah, Ultraman was weird. Like he is big into Ultraman. Like Squid King freaking loves Ultraman and Godzilla.
He watches all of them.
He watches all of them. And he loves Super Sentai too. We've watched it. We were watching Kaku Ranger together. And you like that one. I prefer Super Sentai to Power Rangers. Please don't hate me, but I do. What got him into Ultraman was Pepsi points. We actually had a whole bunch of Pepsi points, and we were just like kind of grabbing whatever we could grab because we got all these DVDs and stuff. So we had all this like Disney stuff, and they were getting box sets, and we're like, yeah, grab the Ultraman box set. Well, and so a whole bunch of DVDs came to the house, and he zeroed in on that one because I think he was thinking, wow, this is like Power Rangers. I'm like, oh no, this is before Power Rangers. I don't know if you're gonna like it. It's pretty old.
Oh, he loves it.
Freaking loved it.
He watches like every season, every series that comes out. He has them on Steelbook. I mean, he loves it.
He drove hours to go see the Ultraman movie.
Power Rangers was the gateway drug to Ultraman, but instead of the other way around. But yeah, I just don't get this. Their argument is that kids today, they don't like the Japanese stuff. And I'm like, but that's what sells here. That's what does well.
I don't understand. But yeah, so listen to this. This is some bullshit right here, right? This is some major bullshit. I think part of Hasbro's goal to move Power Rangers to being fully original is to reduce aspects of the Sentai style and design.
It's so they can control the stuff and make toys cheap and then charge you $30 for an action figure.
Well, they want to control the toys because they probably have to, split the profits with Toei because they design the costumes. So Hasbro,
but they're not going to use those costumes.
No, that's what I'm saying. The reason they're doing it is so Hasbro owns the costumes.
Right, exactly.
They own the designs.
And they're going to make the costumes as easy as possible to toy.
Yep.
And then charge you more money for it.
So this is going to be challenging for U.S. kids.
It's not going to be challenging for U.S. kids.
The superheroes in spandex fighting rubber monster suits trope is a hard sell to audiences brought up on Marvel and Star Award.
I guess with you Star Wars. Have you seen recent Marvel and Star Wars? I think this is a refreshing change.
Holy hell.
It's the same production value at that point.
Why? Did they keep putting people in charge of shows that don't like the shows they're put in charge in? Why does Hasbro hate its audience as much as it does?
All I keep thinking of is the potato people and
Potato
Clue,
persons.
and that's what they're going to probably do. They're just going to do what they've done to that, you know, and Transformers.
Non-binary Transformers, everybody.
They're going to do that to Power Rangers is probably what's going to happen.
Oh, my God. Well, they're going to take it in a fresh YA direction.
As I said, that's what they're going to do.
They did that with the movie, and it was dog shit. The movie was awful. The new movie, well, the old movie wasn't great either, but the new movie was
I have no words. I'm just, I actually, you know, I'm not, I guess, not that surprised because this is like the norm now. You know, find somebody who doesn't like it and put them in charge of it, and then make it all YA and, you know, modern audiences.
Oh my God. So this person here, and this is what has made Power Rangers a hit, you know, for years, is my concerns are going to try to veer too far away from the franchise's Tokusatsu roots in a misguided attempt to try and make Power Rangers the new MCU or big nerd franchise.
That's what it sounds like.
And this guy, again, showrunner, executive producer, I think Pookie, this is only my opinion, that to reach a large mainstream audience, the franchise has to move away from its Tokusatsu roots.
No.
It's this that has kept Power Rangers niche for too long.
It's not flipping niche.
It needs
Power Rangers is not.
It needs to do this to be fresh and compelling.
My God. Power Rangers is not niche or niche or whatever you want to say. It's not. That's the thing. That would imply hardly anybody watches it or watched it, which isn't true. And like I said, manga is kicking Western comics ass. Anime is like, people are watching that over other TV shows. And like even like Japanese dramas and K-dramas and stuff are being watched over American shows right and left. And you're like, yeah, we gotta Americanize and Westernize it because it's too niche otherwise.
Jelly donuts, everybody. Jelly donuts. Yeah, so he got slammed on Twitter.
Yeah.
Right? And he goes to Twitter the next day and he's like, they're attacking me.
Wait, he did not.
Gotta love Twitter. Another mass pile-on as people chose to misread reasonably innocuous comments and attack the post.
Innocuous comments. You were being an asshole,
You
Pookie.
basically said, I am the showrunner of Power Rangers. I didn't like Power Rangers or Super Sentai, and the Japanese version is shit.
Yeah, and
come at me, bro.
Those of you that like it are just, you know, you're the minority because it's very niche. And then he's like, "Why is everybody attacking me?" Oh my God, Pookie!
I have no words for
you shouldn't be directing a Tokusatsu franchise if you hate Tokusatsu. And your inability to take any criticism, even if it's productive, shows why the brand is dying. Yes.
He's like, I like it. It's just not right for Power Rangers, a show literally fucking based on a Tokusatsu.
Oh my God.
Transformers would be great if they just didn't turn into cars, if they didn't transform.
Listen.
They did that.
You know how bad this is going to be then. Because when people are calling him out, he's like, well, I just think it'd be great if it wasn't that. So what is it going to be then? If you take that out of it, what are we left with? And that's what worries me.
Oh my God. And you're just like making fun of it. It took me some time. This guy just sounds like an elitist douchebag. It took me some time to get my head around how obviously plastic toys and rubber monsters were taken so seriously. There was laughter at our Japanese footage meetings where the excerpts selected by the writers were discussed by the other HODs rematching locations. And actually, we laughed at the lameness of the Japanese show.
Thank God I'm here to fix it.
Well, I'm here to fix it.
For you know, the audience is not the fans of Power Rangers because you're just a little bit, you're a niche minority. I cannot believe this.
Oh my God.
I can't wrap my head around what a dumbass Pookie is. Pookie deserves all the ribbing.
This is he's not
ribbed for my pleasure. I'm having a field day.
He's fucking the fans. That's what he's doing. I just, they keep doing this. Like, this needs to be like, do you actively hate this franchise? Yes or no? That should be on the application. Like, yes, I would like to be in charge of Star Wars. Do you think Star Wars is silly and stupid? Why, yes, I think it's just dumb space wizards and those neckbeards need to get a life. Fantastic, you're hired. Get in here.
That's right.
You show them what's what, because we hate money.
We don't understand why no one's buying our stuff and no one's watching our show and why our stock's down. We just don't understand.
We hate money, everybody. Hasbro. This is Hasbro, which is bleeding out money. Hasbro is bleeding money. They're losing money on Dungeons and Dragons because they're pissing off the D&D fans too. They're pissing off Transformer and G.I. Joe fans.
The toys are crap.
The toys are crap. Marvel and Star Wars are declining returns, so the toys aren't selling as well. I don't know what to tell you. They're like, well, adults shouldn't be so upset about it. I'm like, well, here's the problem. The problem with toys, and we're going to talk more about that in another video. The problem with toys now is that, love it or hate it, if you're dealing with a legacy IP, adult collectors are your primary audience now, because kids aren't buying toys like they used to. They're not. Little kids are.
Like I said, I'm not joking. Hasbro's going to do the shittiest toy they can do, the cheapest they can do, and then they're going to charge $30 for it, and no one's going to buy it.
So a kid, how many of these Green Rangers are we going to have sitting on the shelves compared to like, look at this crazy shit.
I like the one in the cape. Look, the pink one has angel wings. I want angel wings. I'd be the pink one.
These are some of the best Sentai costumes I've ever seen. And they're like, yeah, we don't want those.
We were laughing at this shit.
We were laughing at how lame it was.
Look
I'm like,
how
these are
stupid that is.
awesome. This Silver Ranger, I would freaking love an action figure of this guy.
Oh, this is for niche audiences. Nobody in America likes Japanese shit.
Nobody likes... No, those American kids, they don't like the manga and the anime.
They don't know anything about Japanese stuff.
It's just a bunch of weeb shit. You know, that's for nerds.
Weeb shit.
It's for nerds. The Japanese, that shit's for nerds. No, we're making real Power Rangers for real Americans who God, this looks bad. Like, the costumes look bad. They just look so generic.
So do the actors, but that's another story.
I think this is some just lame shit. Good luck with that, Hasbro. Good luck,
Pookie.
Good luck, Pookie. I think here's another franchise that's just destroyed. Like, forget about it. It's not coming back. 30-year run. We had a 30-year run. So I guess we're good, right? We're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.